I think it's pretty safe to say that by far, one of the big exciting elements of Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker has all to do with how this film is going to be heavily connected, not just to the prequels and the originals, but also Star Wars Legends, also known as the Expanded Universe, while also applying brand new content into the mix, provided by J.J. Abrams, Chris Terrio, and George Lucas. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, what's really exciting about Episode 9 is that we do know that this film, at the end of the day, is going to be a big film with many different revelations involved, and what's really exciting about that is that it really will make us understand some of the characters in greater depth. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film, and when it all comes down to one of the concept art descriptions, this is where things begin to get very intriguing for Episode 9. Now, specifically, what's really interesting about all of this is that shot descriptions of a sequence where it's explained that both Kylo Ren and his Knights of Ren are traveling to an abandoned Imperial base, where it's explained that they are in search of relics and artifacts that would help guide them to the beyond. It's explained that eventually one of the sequences is said to involve a moment in which Kylo Ren discovers Palpatine's vault, where many relics were locked away for decades, one of which is said to be an artifact that once belonged to Darth Maul, that was stolen from Darth Vader some time, while Maul was the leader of his crime syndicate called Crimson Dawn. It's explained that this artifact that belonged to Maul holds the power of the origins of the dark side and is able to allow a Force sensitive to connect to the beyond itself. It's described that Darth Vader would use this device occasionally, however realized that the power was too immense even for himself. This artifact was stolen by Maul sometime after the events of Solo: A Star Wars Story, and that Kylo is said to tap into this power that allows him to understand the power of the origins of the dark side. So let's go over a couple of parts about this. Now, what I love so much about this particular sequence is that it allows the fans to understand exactly what happened in between the events of course, Solo: A Star Wars Story and Star Wars: A New Hope, which, by the way, is a large time jump. You know, we're talking about years. And when we think about it this way, when we look at all the artifacts and relics that are going to be about this movie, and a part of everything involved with the plot of Episode 9, is that these artifacts and relics will be used in ways to evolve the characters of Rey, Kylo Ren, and more, and also to make us understand some of the legacy characters in a greater way, such as Darth Vader and Darth Maul. So this device is actually said to be a device that Darth Vader once owned, that was stolen by Darth Maul many years ago. And what I find to be so very intriguing about this is that Darth Maul is actually said to be the one responsible who stole this, through, of course, his crime syndicate, also known as Crimson Dawn. Now, Crimson Dawn was actually introduced to us in Solo: A Star Wars Story, where Dryden Voss was, of course, one of the leaders of this crime syndicate, and even Kira was a part of all of it. Now, when we look at Darth Maul, alright, we do know that there's more to the story than what's already being told in The Phantom Menace, and of course, if you look at Solo: A Star Wars Story, there's a whole lot more to tell there as well. And that's exactly what J.J. Abrams is doing here. He's expanding certain storylines, certain timelines, if you will, within the Star Wars franchise overall. Now, this device, what's so intriguing about it is it's actually said to hold a connection to the beyond itself and to the origins of the dark side, and even Darth Vader would occasionally use this device and even realized that the power was too immense even for a man like himself. Now, Kylo Ren is said to use this device to understand the power of the beyond and, of course, the origins of the dark side. And like I say, this movie really is taking a lot of different risks by JJ. He's really trying to do amazing and new, different things for this movie to really sell this off to the fans as a very unique and original Star Wars movie that's borrowing many elements as well from Star Wars Legends. You guys may recall that in Legends we also had a very familiar device, a similar device I should say, where in Legends it would actually allow a Force sensitive to become far stronger. Where in this scenario, it's an actual device that allows one to really realize, that they have the connection to the beyond and the origins of the dark side itself. And to me, I think that's a very interesting side of the franchise. Now, this is actually said to be stored in Palpatine's vault. How it ended up going in there is a big question open on the table for discussion. It's very possible that Darth Maul somehow, some way, found the abandoned Palpatine vault from many years ago after the events of Order 66 and stole it from Darth Vader and placed it in Palpatine's vault for some reason, or it could have something more to the story than we already know. Now, Darth Maul and Darth Vader, by far, one of the most iconic characters in the Skywalker saga, will actually have a legacy that will be left behind that's going to be used by Kylo Ren and the Knights of Ren in Episode 9 in some pretty unique and amazing ways that really are quite surprising. So anyways guys, drop a comment below, let me know what you think about all of this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.